what would you be?
If I was a sport,
Yeah.
oh, I've always thought, Sam, that I'd be a pretty good uneven bars because I'm pretty uneven
Uneven bars. Is
but-
that a thing?
in the gymnastics.
Yeah, right.
But realistically, I'm thinking probably your shooting because physically,
Dick.
I'm not moving far.
Yep.
But every so often, I get out a pretty good one.
Yeah, right. I've asked you that and I don't really know.
What would you be, Sam?
I don't know. It's a hard one. I'd like to say something cool like BMX or something, but I'm nowhere near that.
Breakdancing, fresh for Paris.
No. That would be interesting to watch though.
I'm keen. Don't get me wrong. I'm an Olympics fiend. I love it.
I might go like the 200-meter backstroke.
You are always going backwards, Sam.
Going backwards. It's impressive, but it's not as impressive as the other ones.
That's true.
So, and it's probably the one you go, what's on? The backstroke. I'll be over after I finish cooking.
Shout out to whoever runs the Paralympics TikTok page. Incredible stuff.
Great content.
We don't need to go into it because people can go find it themselves, but it is A++.
Well, welcome to the show. You're listening to the 78 Amped podcast.
Not the Olympics podcast.
Not the Olympics podcast. You are with me, Sam, and
me, Sam, too.
it's crazy how schizophrenia works, isn't it? That's right, me.
I have when I go back and edit these things, sometimes we do occasionally we sound, especially if I'm a bit nasally, I sound like you.
Get fucked. That's so offensive.
But you know the difference is you're a lot more clear than I am. Because
Yeah.
I stumble on my words a lot.
And you say like.
I do say like a lot. I do say like a lot.
I've been editing videos and going through the little clips. And
That was a great time for you to drop a like, by the way, in there. You like.
But you're telling like a story, but it's like
Yeah.
not like that, but it's like that.
100%.
I'm like, fuck. I've been tempted to do a like counter,
Easy.
but it's difficult. I
The
can't count past 500.
It's the way that my brain catches up, or my mouth catches up with my brain, I should say.
It's okay. You keep moving those lips, boy.
Anyway, Sam.
We did bring up the Olympics for a very special reason because something new. You've got one for the agenda.
I've got one for the gang. Now, we're approaching Paris 2024.
We are.
It's a time of recording mere days away.
Yep.
And the Australian Olympic team have debuted their official song, recorded by Australia's own Jessica Mauboy, Olympic hero. Well, not Olympic hero. Australian hero.
Your mum's favourite.
Oh, absolutely. How good was the Sapphires?
It actually was pretty good.
It was very good, actually.
Yeah. Where's Damien Leith now? Hey?
Not in the Sapphires, I'll tell you that much.
I don't think he works in that story.
But so Jessica Mauboy has recorded Higher
Yep.
to inspire our Olympic heroes to to reach for the goals, to do better, further, faster, higher.
Should we address the elephant in the room?
Sure.
It's a bit shit.
It's a middle of the road song. There's nothing wrong with it in the sense that it's a serviceable song, but I personally was not inspired.
As far as songs go that make you want to run through a brick wall, reach the next level, I'm going for gold.
Yeah.
This is like your square sort of head of HR going, let's include everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Together, if we work as a team, we can reach the goal of being 8th in the medal count.
Yeah. Yeah.
But can you put that into words, into a song?
This has got needs to work in the channel sweepers on Channel 9 between events written all over it.
But also hit the SEOs so it trends digitally.
Yeah.
I did look up the lyrics.
Okay.
So the start of the song, it's been a long time coming. Many trials along the way.
It's been 4 years, actually. Actually, it's been 3 this time. It's been shorter than usual.
Well, because of Tokyo,
Yeah.
So it's been a long time coming.
Already factually incorrect. So we're starting off really strong.
Many trials along the way, especially in the swimming. There's a lot of heats in that. I know you feel the weight in every step you take.
What if you're a swimmer? You're going to walk to the pool.
And we're talking inclusivity here.
That's true.
Paralympians are going to be a bit offended by that.
Some may indeed.
I probably can't say that too loud.
That's okay. We're an inclusive podcast.
We are an inclusive podcast, but it,
Yeah.
it's like when they asked Dylan Alcott, what's something you might never be able to do? And he said, I don't know, walk.
The man's got a point.
I'm like, well, you're honest. But that's okay. We need to have those conversations.
Yeah, it's true.
But I want to talk about the pre-chorus because it says, and as far as motivation and inspiration comes, this is...
You got to, for our listeners, you really got to put yourself in the mind of the Australian athlete. You're sitting in the marshalling area. You got the the headphones on, probably that you've been provided by the Australian team sponsor Samsung.
You're about to go out for the 50-meter butterfly.
Yeah, 50-meter butterfly.
Yeah,
Sure. And
50-meter freestyle final. Then
I think a hundo's the shortest it goes. But yeah, sure, let's do it.
no, there's a 50.
I thought I swear.
No, that's like maybe it is a hundo because 50 they just
50 is
dive in
very
there.
short. You're about to go out to your final. You hype yourself up. You've gone through all your visualization with your coach. You've really like felt it, right? And then over to,
But you keep running. I can see determination in your eyes. I can feel it coming.
Oh.
And no matter what, together we will rise.
Oh, love it.
It's like a Dragon Force song.
I was going to say, a little bit has that, doesn't it?
And then the chorus, we'll take it higher and higher.
Mm.
So we're about here and now we're about here. Always beside ya.
Always beside you.
But not you, it's ya.
Oh.
Show me you're a fighter. And even if we fall, can I just say, if you're trying to pump up the
Not
Olympic
instilling
team,
hope,
you're
is
probably,
it?
you know what? If you fail, it's okay. It's in the song.
It's
Failure is okay.
safety net.
We're aiming up here, but if you fail, it's okay.
Exactly.
I'd encourage people to listen to it because it's nowhere near Delta Goodrum. Together we are one.
Well, I feel like you won't need to go out of your way to listen to it because I feel like, again, it will be all over the broadcast.
Channel 7 will blast it
Yeah.
more than they run. What do they do? Farmer Wants a Wife reruns.
Exactly. Well,
It's on 9 now, isn't it?
the Olympics are on 9 now, yes. We decided, though,
Yes.
probably a good, if you're an athlete out there, you probably not listen to us, but if you are, what are some Aussie songs that will get you fucking psyched
All right.
to do somewhere between 50 and 100 meters of backstroke?
Or just exert your effort. Maybe you're running the marathon.
Maybe you are running the marathon.
You probably need a bigger playlist.
Maybe you're going out there for the inaugural breakdancing comp. Who knows? But anyway,
You'd probably be listening to some like rap for that.
I don't know.
So, Aussie songs that would pump you up more than the current Australian Olympic song.
Absolutely, get you fucking going.
Fucking Red Line.
Just pew pew pew.
All right.
All right,
I've got one.
go.
Thunderstruck, AC/DC.
Fuck, that would get me hype as shit.
Imagine just lining up for the 100 meters.
Na 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 na.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what are you
Did you
doing?
figure out the fucking
I
song?
was like,
goes?
that's not the riff. I was like, that sounds like Banana Boat. What are you doing? All right, but you have to go Thunderstruck. That for
gets
me
you-
is number one.
That gets you fucking ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what is a song that would absolutely get you shifting 10 if you're in the
What's
weightlifting? Raka by The Presets and Golden Features.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh,
Well, I'm going to follow suit.
Yeah.
My people, presets.
oh, I mean, the presets really got. They just
Anything presets.
go,
Yeah.
go. Throw a bit of guitar in there. Hellions, Quality of Life.
Ooh.
Yeah, deep cut.
Yeah, that's a deep cut.
Yeah,
That'd get me going. I listened to that at the gym.
right.
Yeah.
It's a hype up song.
That's a
Because then
good
you get
one.
like the chorus when it comes in, like you feel like you're soaring on that chorus.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then at the end of the chorus when they go back into the verse with that riff, you're like,
yeah. And that's a hectic riff.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the basketball team, the Boomers would be,
Oh,
yeah. Break out of the huddle. That comes on. Yeah.
Paddy Mills is like, boys, here you go.
Boys, let's fuck some shit up. My last one.
Yeah.
It's probably more just as you're walking into the stadium, getting in the headspace where the city meets the sea, Getaway Plane.
Oh, that's like your emotional. Like it doesn't
That's
get
the
you
emotional
like your
one.
muscles aren't twitching, but it gets you like there.
It's
you
not
know?
the hypey one, but it's like, all right, it's game day.
That's
Let's
getting
focus.
off the bus, maybe.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
getting off the bus. And
Yep.
then as you get into the marshalling area, the swimmers are doing all those weird, like,
Yep.
doing these,
Get the fast twitch muscles activated.
getting all the spiders off them. Then they do these ones. That's when Thunderstruck comes on. And yeah, I'm going to swim so far. I'm a fucking dolphin. I'm going to fucking swim so far.
The one, okay, here's one that I reckon it's before you go out into the opening ceremony. Like, the flag bearer's up front. I don't know who it's going to be this year. I don't think they've announced it yet. But the Jesse Block drum and bass remix of Home Amongst the Gum Trees, Sam. It's a bit of a banger.
This is why we're here, guys.
This is-
This is a personal message to the Australian Olympic team.
Yeah.
We would be happy to DJ the Olympic Village.
2032, Brisbane 2032. This is our pitch.
This actually is.
We've
We
got
can-
what's that? 8 yeyears
to learn how to DJ.
to learn how to DJ and come up with the best all Australian Olympic pump up tunes.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like it. Was that your something new, Max?
that was my something new, Sam.
Well, mine is a little bit different as well.
Yep.
I'm a bit late to the party,
Mm-hmm.
but everyone's favourite interior designer, Shayna Blaze,
Oh yeah.
has dropped a song.
Channel 9's the block. We're getting very Channel 9 heavy today, aren't we?
We are a bit Channel 9 heavy, and we are not at all sponsored by Channel 9. We're more of a 7 Mate audience. That's actually not true. That's
not true.
factually and
We're a 10
demographic.
Peach audience.
Yeah, I think so. We cater to absolutely everybody, as Vanessa Amorossi said. But Shayna Blaze's new song, Warrior,
Oh
works in well with the Olympics.
yeah. Give me a bit of Shayna. Tell me a bit about Shayna Blaze. Don't have to play it. Just give me the rundown. Give me
Well-
the Sam's interpretation.
She used to be like a bit of a, not a show tunes, but like a jazz singer.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't know that. She can sing,
Right.
but the song is very much written by the same people that wrote Higher by Jessica Mauboy.
Right. Yeah. Nice.
It's empowering.
right.
It's a bit jazz.
Bit jazz empowering.
It's a bit jazz meets...
You can do it.
Reach for the stars. It's a bit jazz meets Dude Perfect songs I put in here.
Dude, perfect.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's like copyright free.
Yeah. Something that you might also hear on like fashion TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And best of all, it goes well with my 10-piece cutlery set. So I'll play you a little bit here.
Just give me a clip.
And you can see as well. She's used, you know where that font's
Oh,
from.
yeah. I like this. I like this a
That's
lot.
straight from Photoshop's simpler cousin.
Is this it and not an ad?
See what I mean about Dude Perfect?
Yeah.
Today I'm Dude Perfect!
Whoa.
Just picture like a good Manchester
I'm
set.
just picturing Keith the foreman on the block.
This week on the block.
G'day, blockheads.
Yeah, so shout out-
That's playing. Shane is kicking indoors, being like, I don't like the way the light reflects off these awnings and fixtures out of that skylight. That does not set up the feng shui of the room very well.
But my cutlery and crockery set is 10% off at Target from Friday to Sunday in blue, green, and turquoise, which is a mixture of both.
I'd like to go to the Shayna rave, like in one of the blockhouses.
Well, that makes one of us.
Well, I mean, tell me you wouldn't like to go. Just absolutely get like turned while Dave, who's like, yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy it for $60,000.
I don't watch the blog.
Neither do I, frankly. $60,000 is very cheap for a
I was going to
house.
say, if there's a house for $60,000, I want to know. Where
Well,
is it?
At Hughes.
Oh, Hughesy. I don't like Hughesy.
I feel that.
It doesn't matter. Because festivals, they died for a little bit, but they are back with a flurry.
A vengeance, Sam.
Vengeance.
It's a bit on in Festy Corner.
As far as bid on goes, this is.
And I've seen a few Festy Corners in my life, Sam.
Well, it's hopefully a busy back end
Yeah.
for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
of the year, to clarify.
Of the year. Or,
Yep.
Could be a busy back end. We could have had a really spicy curry.
That's also true. You never know.
You never know. I did have a, iffy stir fry before I came here, so I could have a busy back end. But we've got the second drop of the Big Sound lineup.
Yep.
Ability Fest lineup just dropped.
Mm.
Big Pineapple just dropped. There's a lot to like.
Bit on.
Where should we start?
Let's start with Big Sound because we've already kind of covered it off. So I think we can get this one done. Big Sound, Brizzy takes over the city in September. We've already had a huge list of like 70-something artists. We've added another like 50, I think.
Yep.
So we're up around the 120 mark now. Some pretty good highlights. Adam Newling, if you like something that's a bit like alternative country folky.
Yep.
Good time. Brizzy band Malaluka. We
Yep.
have actually seen them play support act for another band on the lineup.
Oh, friends of the show.
Friends of the show, Sam.
Towns.
You're welcome to take it if you
No,
want.
I just wanted to let you
We could just
hang
let it
with that.
hang. Yeah.
Towns, always a good time with Towns.
Yep.
I'd say they're arguably the show's favourite band.
I mean, legally speaking, they're the one that we've exhibited the most, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they sent us free merch. They're legends.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they sent me free merch.
Ours is strong, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
That's okay.
you weren't included.
That's fine. Oh, yeah. That's them.
That's them. They said, tell Max to fuck off. So, no, I'll be very keen to check Towns out. Tiffy?
Tiffy, yeah, one of a new favourite of the show.
I'm a bit of a Tiffy stan.
Yep.
Chemtrail, I really like as
Yep.
a song.
Cold Medicine also a bit
Yep.
of a pop. Those, just a quick selection
I like it.
of an absolute stacked,
If you're in Brisbane in the first week of September, you know where to find us.
just out and about at one of 40 odd venues.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be there.
We might not remember it, but we'll be there.
Exactly.
Which one next?
I don't know.
feel
Your pick. Dealer's choice.
I feel like we should end on Big Pineapple.
All right,
because
let's
that's
do it.
quite a lineup to get through.
Yep.
But let's talk about Ability Fest, because this is a new festival.
Well, new to Brisbane.
It's new to Brisbane Festival.
Yes.
You might know the founder of it, Dylan Alcott.
Mentioned at the top of the show, actually.
He's getting a fair run, isn't he?
He's getting a lot of free publicity out of us here.
But let me just see what it's about, because I don't want to get this wrong. But pretty much it's it's a festival, first of its kind, promoting access and inclusion within the music industry. So I feel like, as able-bodied people, it probably is something we take for granted a little bit,
That's
going
true.
to festivals.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the festivals that are around now do great jobs of trying to be inclusive and have disabled viewing platforms and, ramps and everything that, makes for a very inclusive, fun time. I'm not very good at talking about that, but running through it, they've got Auslan interpreters, accessible parking, drop off and pick up, accessible toilets and changing, elevated viewing platforms. They've got companion card exceptions. They've gone real through it. Assistant dog areas. There's a bit for everyone, really.
I'll tell you what is a bit for everyone is a stacked lineup too.
Oh, it's a big lineup.
There's some absolute belters on here. Bag Raiders, Cub Sport, King Stingray, Kiddo Alexander, and Ocean Alley are
Yep,
some of the big hitters that are going everywhere.
they are.
Then there's a couple of Melbourne onlys and Brisbane onlys.
Yep.
Melbourne, fucking get absolutely ready to just see the red and blue flashing, because 1-4 are going to be taking the stage.
Huge. Eshays everywhere unite.
Oh mate,
Gangs of Melbourne. I can give you a bit of insight, Vic Police. I can tell you where they'll be. On where this is.
at the Alexandra Gardens on the 19th of October is where they'll be.
I can tell you where they'll be. They'll be right there.
And I mean,
Look for the TNs.
Peter Dutton's Nightmare, Gangs of Melbourne.
Isn't it?
And then Brizzy, unfortunately, we don't get 1-4. I don't think they got let into the state by QPS, but we score Middle Kids and Eve Caritas. So
I'll take that.
Excellent heavy hitters.
Absolutely. Eve Caritas has some bangers, and Middle Kids is
I've been really into Middle Kids' new album.
They make me a little bit sad.
They do.
Edge of Town makes me
I
quite
reckon
sad.
that's a band that you'd like, because I know you like Paul Dempsey, and obviously Paul Dempsey did a good cover of Edge of Town.
He did.
I think there's a lot of that Venn diagram of good, well-structured songs and sad things. That's not the hand movements I would have used personally, but
Venn diagram.
yeah, sure. Middle Kids,
Crossover.
I think would be up your alley.
I don't know what you're laughing at. It's an audio medium.
And the Brisbane version, 26th.
October 26th.
Yeah, week later at Vic Park.
I'm excited. Vic Park is a good spot too. I've never been to an event at Vic Park.
Neither do I, actually.
Is that the golf one?
I mean, that's the other end of the park, but yes.
Oh, where do you get in from that side? Kelvin Grove.
Closer to the hospital, down. If I think if it's where I think it is.
Yeah.
Down along the side of the motorway.
Yeah. We should go to the driving range beforehand.
Oh yeah,
Launch a few at the crowd.
I'll tell you what, that's a good 600, 700 meters.
Oh, that many wheat picks in the morning, I'll be fucking firing from a kilometre away.
You'll listen to Higher by Jessica Mauboy and ready to just fucking launch them.
I'm coming. Their lyrics.
I'll be beside ya.
Well, when did you say that was? 26th of
26th of
October.
October.
Well, the bloody week before, we'll be at the Big Pineapple Festival.
Whoa, it's going to be a busy week.
It's a busy October, isn't it?
Give us the big piney liney, Sam.
Well, heavy music is back dominating lineups.
Boy, is she.
Because Amity Affliction, of all bands, Amity Affliction is headlining.
They get to just go just down the road from Gympie.
I know, they jump in the car, boys.
Mum will take us.
Yeah. Well, maybe without Aaron.
Well, yeah. Who knows how that'll go by then.
But we've got Amity, we've got Bless and Isso.
Bless and so.
Bliss and Esso.
Yep.
Golden Features, Peking Duck, June Rats are doing a DJ set, Vera Blue, Tones and I, Thornhill.
Thornhill, another
Bit of
heavy
heft.
hitter.
Ocean Grove's there, that's a bit of heft.
Another bit of heavy hit.
The Dregs, if you like acoustic guitars.
Yep.
Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers.
Another little splash of heavy.
Bit of punk.
Yeah.
Slumberjack. Who else have we got? No Money Enterprise, if talking about Eshays. They'll either be in Melbourne or at the No Money Enterprise stage. Then we've got a few others on the list as we go down. I'm trying to see if there's anyone that really rings out to me, but there's a burlesque L'amour.
You've really nailed the French there.
L'amour. Thank you. And that's taking place up on the sunny coast, which, never been to the Wombai Festival Fields.
Also, shout out Kinder. Bangers.
Friend of the show.
Friends of the show.
Yeah.
Bangers.
Pineapple Fields too. That's nice. It's right in the big pineapple.
A really good festival. One of the actual really good festival setups that I've been to, where the main stage is on one side of a hill and the other stage is on the other side of the hill. So there's not the sound doesn't wash between them because it's just
nice.
You're
So you just got to walk over the hill all the time.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shitter, isn't
Well,
it?
you can walk around it, but
Lazy
the way
people.
that it faces, you don't get the if you're standing in the middle, you don't get the wash because it's there's this and this.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
It's nice.
Yeah,
It's a bit different. It's
it
unusual.
is unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Pineapple's sort of in the middle of nowhere.
It's in the middle of the pineapple field.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
good
that's
though.
where it is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I imagine parking will be a nightmare.
No, pretty again because they huge open land. You can park at the place. So
Great for people like us.
when we jump in the we got the thumb sticking out for the Amity Affliction car as it goes past.
Yeah.
Yeah,
G'day,
we'll bundle
Joel.
on the back.
I brought my floaties in case we go swimming. Anyway,
Yeah,
great.
Lot of
We'll
lineups.
see you at all three.
yeah.
Oh, we might not. We might be chatting to your favourite bands, but if not, we'll be depressed in the pit. That's okay. All right, time for Sam's suitcase. I was doing the zips. Just going to get a nice drink of water.
Have a little sip. Oh, you're leaking over there, and your water is too. That's a big gulp. Yeah, get it. Oh, didn't like that.
Right in the microphone. Oh, you never said there was gulping.
Sam.
Shut up, my segment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, no, because I wanted to talk Nickelback, and I will talk Nickelback shortly, but I was going to get you to rank some Nickelback songs.
Sure.
But you don't actually know many Nickelback songs.
I know the big three, the holy trinity of Nickelback songs, if you will. The Father, the Son, and the Holy back. But yeah, you were
okay.
talking numbers that
I was talking numbers.
you were
that
talking
were-
astronomical numbers.
Yeah.
4s and 5s.
Three
Sam.
doesn't go into 10, does it?
No.
But it made us go down a rabbit hole of bands that I should like, that I just don't, and I don't really know how to approach them. And you thought one of these bands is one that I'll eventually like,
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe when I'm 60.
When you're 64.
But that band is
Song
the
by the
Beatles because I don't really get the hype.
Which is, so, you know what? Outstanding to me.
Thank you.
It's so far-fetched that you can blanket say that you don't like the Beatles because there's so many songs and they're so varied.
Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it?
That's what we're here for.
Because I'm
So-
about to get an education. 5 songs that could get me into the Beatles.
I thought I'd give you a quick 5.
Yep.
Might not be quick, who knows? I'll play little clips of each, but the clips we won't make it into the cut. But
No, that's okay.
just a little.
Do you want my honest reaction?
Yeah, I do. I don't want you to piss fart about here, Sam.
We're not here to fornicate with arachnids.
No, exactly not. All right, so I thought I'd start one that you definitely know, but it's a song that's so simple, but so incredibly awesome.
Teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini.
That's the one.
Thought so.
Yeah,
Blackbird.
Blackbird. I'm just going to skip a little bit forward. It's
I think I realised what I don't like about them.
yeah, what
Their voices.
fair.
But I'm not just outright saying, oh, the Beatles are shit. But you know how some bands resonate with you and some don't?
Sure.
Like,
But I mean,
you're gonna laugh at me as soon as I say this.
go for it.
But like Simon and Garfunkel,
Yeah.
blokes can sing
Yeah.
and they can harmonise. Whereas maybe it's because they're American.
Who? The Beatles.
Garmin and Sci-Fi.
I was going to say they're famously not from.
No,
they're not
but I think maybe it's the British twang of the 60s. Maybe it just doesn't resonate with my
a
little
little
ears.
Pudley and,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
potentially.
I know the song though.
Yeah. Thoughts on it as a song rather than potentially as the.
Oh, very nice guitar, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
In terms of everything else.
Not for you. That's okay.
No, kick my toe against the wall.
This next song, it came at the end of their career.
Yep.
But it was a
Whose
song.
career? Paul's or John's?
Just the Beatles collectively.
Because they ended at different times.
Yeah, well, one's hasn't ended yet. The but it sort of reflected like where they came from, that real like basic rock and roll sound that they started with, and they just made it better. Like over the course of their career, they took rock and roll and just made it better. Like
sounds good, Jude.
Thank you. So you'll know this one as well. In fact, you'll probably know most of these, but that's when you consider this one.
Okay.
That was Get Back. Great.
Never heard of it.
Okay. It was off their final record, Let It Be.
Is that the White Album?
Yeah, famously. And I think it's just a smooth rock and roller. It's bluesy, and it's nice. Like it's just something to get into.
You can polish a turd, but it's still shit.
Damn, he's probably hard. He's playing hard to get.
I am a bit. TikTok's gonna kill me.
All right, this one is probably I think the earliest of the five that I've got from their career.
Yep.
If this song didn't already exist, it would be like the perfect. Any indie rock band would love to write this song.
Okay.
Because it's cheeky, it's catchy, it's short, it's to the point, but there's a fun, like a great guitar riff.
I assume it's called Day Tripper.
Right as the band were, started to experiment a little bit with hallucinogens and other drugs. So the bit
Yellow
of cheek being
Submarines.
like, "Yo, we're day trippers."
Yeah.
Bit cheeky in the '60s.
I can understand the impact
Yeah.
and the freshness that riff brought
Yep.
at that time.
Mm-hmm. Still
Rolling
not going
Stones.
now.
Well, the Rolling Stones were also around.
Yeah, but they're shit, aren't they? He's playing hard to get. Don't worry.
I think we know what we're gonna do next week. To be fair, I don't really listen to them either. But
there's a couple of Stone songs I don't mind, but if I had to, between the two.
well,
All right, third one.
yeah. So far,
0 from 3.
Norton 3,
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
Love 3,
So, love 3, as they say in tennis.
as they say in Wimbledon.
So this one, in a world before punk or metal, the Beatles were pushing boundaries on sort of how heavy songs could get. And a lot of punk and metal bands specifically reference this song as kind of being like exactly that. It's not exactly metal or punk. It's still just regular rock and roll. But it's sort of, you can see how where that idea is going.
John Lennon's about to go. What are you doing?
Actually, all the songs that have barking in them are it's "Hey Bulldog" by the Beatles has the barking in it.
Hey Bulldog.
Also, this song inspired the Manson killings. So,
nice.
So that has
So it was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I don't know actually. Don't
Quentin?
know if Quentin had the money for it.
Quentin.
It's probably for now. That's all you need.
I can see the punk influence.
Yeah. So it's
Or the influence it had on punk.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the other way around.
Helter Skelter off the White Album.
Yep.
It is a weird song. In the sense that it fades in and out at times. It's kind of plotting, but it's kind of like it. If you listen to that and then listen to Black Sabbath, you'd be like, "Oh, I can see the direct link between those two things."
It's not great though, is it?
Not loving it.
No.
All right, I'm gonna
Love 4 now.
love 4. All right, this one I don't even know if you'll like the song, but I want you to consider the specifics of this song.
Okay.
So this one is "Tomorrow Never Knows."
Yep.
Off of Revolver. This song essentially it wasn't the first. It didn't create sampled music, but it essentially popularized it in the way that popularized it. Like their engineers in the studio were like building speaker and tape machines to make this happen because it's such a weird song.
Okay.
And John Lennon was like, I want snippets of this tape running backwards at the same time as this tape is running, and we want it to sound like this and whatever. And what comes out kind of sounds a little bit trance music, like psychedelic, electronic. It's weird, but
yeah.
It's awesome.
I'm ready. It's so weird, but I can actually appreciate that one more.
Yeah, right?
Because I'm like, that's so hard to do at that time.
Exactly. So there are bands like dance and electronic bands that have like that song was like the start of how our, again, it wasn't created but like popularized and brought to the mainstream for the first time.
And I can completely say here that the Beatles no doubt influenced a lot of modern music.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I like
Just
them.
not for you.
Just doesn't mean I like them.
And that's okay. You don't have to like them.
I can sit back and go, hats off to you boys. Do I have to like you though? No. It's respect, not like. And there's a healthy balance.
There's a healthy balance. That's fair enough.
Thank you.
Not from 5. I did well there.
It was half out of 5.
Half out of 5.
Yeah.
I'll
You'd probably
take
be
that.
repeating that grade though.
I'll take
Well,
10%.
Yes. I've got one for you.
Yep.
And I really need to
That's
get
John Lennon calling.
That is John.
From the grave. John Lennon via John Edwards.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Oh.
This stupid man walked in front of someone's bullet.
Oh. I did hear that somewhere.
Yeah.
People said him and JFK were very similar. I just didn't know why. I was like, oh, they're both leaders. No. Now I've, 2 and 2.
Yeah, just dropping your laptop there for people who aren't watching the video.
And I just winked at him. Father. So, I owned this Nickelback album when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
All the Right Reasons. It's got some great tracks like Photograph,
Yep.
Animals,
Yep.
Saving Me,
Sure.
Lost You There,
Yep.
Far Away. Yeah, you'd know it.
What did that happen to be a song?
It's a bit acoustic.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of then.
It had If Everyone Cared. That was another single. Rockstar.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know it.
Hits Central, really.
Sure.
But did you know in the extended edition, the 15th anniversary?
15th anniversary extended edition. What year did this album come out? Just so I can get this in my brain.
No, don't even look it up. It came out in 2005, this album.
Oh, okay. Right.
15 years, that's 2020.
Yep.
Did you know Nickelback covered this song?
Sure. For those at home, this is We'll Rock You. It's not bad.
Still a better Olympic song than the one Australia's got.
It's a hard song to fuck up, though, isn't it? Because not much happens for a lot of it. That echo reverb was interesting.
There's a lot of reverb. But
Actually, we did at the end of last week, after we recorded last week, we did talk about how that song has an all-time guitar solo. Can you just give me a little sample?
Of course I can. It's in drop C.
This is a hard guitar solo. Fuck up. That's chunky.
It's not bad.
It's not. It's close. It's not horrendous.
Nickelback.
It's not Brian May.
I need to say,
Yeah.
the hate around Nickelback
Yeah, I don't hate Nickelback.
is both. It's a bit of a meme, and people just jump on it.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't honestly hear some Nickelback songs and go, "Oh, I hate this."
Oh,
song."
I fuck hard with like a "This Is How You Remind Me."
Yeah.
Or I love it. Like,
It
Animals
comes on
is
at parties.
stupid fun.
Yeah.
Like I fuck with Nickelback, but I was like, they're a band that,
It's very easy to hate.
well, not even that for the love or the hate. I just don't think about them that often. You know what I mean? Like
They've got a doco out now.
they're totally fine. That is how I would describe Nickelback. They're totally fine.
They're like Avril Lavigne.
I like Avril Lavigne. I actually probably like Avril Lavigne more than I like Nickelback.
That makes sense. On your Chad. If you're ever interested in coming on the show
For a chat.
for a Chad,
Chat.
a Chad chat, that would be the pinnacle of my career. Who'd you have on the pod this week? Nickelback.
Chad.
Jade. Anyway, social plug. Go follow us on everything 78 amps. There you go.
Who are we speaking with this week?
I tell you what, it's actually really exciting.
I'm pretty fucking keen for this one. I mean, it's already happened, but
It's already happened.
Yeah.
And we got the interview done, so we can talk about it.
yeah,
Aussie icons in the rock.
absolutely.
You think Powderfinger?
Mm-hmm.
It's not them.
No,
You think Silverchair?
still not them.
It's not them. It's Grinspoon.
Even bigger than the other two.
Chemical Heart.
Oh, don't get me started.
Joining us from a great place to stay, a hard name to say, in Woolgoolga.
Nailed it.
We are joined by rock royalty, really. Joe from Grinspoon is here. Mate, welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys. It's good to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you, and I'm amazed that I got through the word Woolgoolga, but I won't take my chance of saying it third time. No. But look, the way we start the show every week, we ask everyone the same question, and that is, what has been spinning in your playlist as of late?
I just gone old school lately. It's been like Rancid, Rage, bit of Helmet, and it's pretty much what you'd expect from a guy from Grinspoon to be listening to, I guess.
Light and loungy stuff, really heavy on the pop.
Exactly.
Well, let's jump into some Grinspoon news. You've dropped the latest track, Unknown Pretenders. It's punchy, it's driving. We can definitely see it kind of putting some energy into a sweaty mosh pit. But lyrically, it's a little bit introspective, a little bit reflective. What's the story behind the track?
Far out. That's a good question, actually. Because so Phil writes all the lyrics, right? And he kind of just leaves it up to us to decipher them. So I'm basically in the same boat as you guys in terms of what he's on about most of the time. So yeah, I'll just gonna leave it at that. It's kind of like ambiguous, and it's up to you guys to work it out.
That he doesn't come to the band beforehand and kind of word you up and be like, this is, I've poured my heart and my soul into these lyrics and this is what it's behind it. And you guys are like, oh, we get it?
No. No. I generally work out the lyrics when we're on stage playing. I'm like, I think he's saying that. And then I have them wrong most of the time anyway. So yeah, no, he doesn't sit down and explain anything, really.
He's an enigma.
Yep.
A little bit. Well, I mean, after the length of career that Grinspoon's had, I mean, do you get nervous releasing singles or new material at all, or is it all just sort of muscle memory at this stage?
No, I think it's like, I wouldn't say it's nervous, but you get like releasing new stuff. It is you want people obviously to like it, to sort of dig it. You want it to get a good response because, so yeah, there's a bit of like, I guess, maybe it's nervous anticipation or, you want it to be well received. So, yeah, because at the end of the day, like, it's not like we could release whatever we wanted, but what's the point of releasing music if your people that like Grinspoon don't like it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, people that just say, musicians just say, I just release music because, because that's what we want to do. Yeah, sure. But I think you are releasing music to make your fans happy, to a certain extent, like, because that's how, that's what we all want, right? Like everyone to dig it. So then we play it live and we can enjoy it and we can all enjoy it together and have a great time. So to answer your question, don't get nervous, but do sort of like, get, I guess, a little bit anxious that people, will enjoy it. But I'm pretty confident on this record, everyone will dig it.
I reckon there's a strong chance, but I mean, you said that at the end of the day, you don't want to release something that Grinspoon fans won't like. How do you go about balancing that with your own music taste? Because I can assume after 12 years, the style of music that you like to play and like to write would change. So how do you find that balance between releasing and writing something that is true Grinspoon, but still creating something new at the same time?
Yeah, it is difficult. And I think on like previous records, we have done quite a varied, like a variety of different styles and sort of stretched out a bit and expanded because, yeah, like you said, you do want to express yourself musically as well, and you do want to try different things. And this is our 8th record, so over the course of 8 records, you don't want to be doing the same thing every time. So I think we've got to we've had our opportunities to sort of do different things, different instrumentation on records and all that kind of stuff. I think for this one, we were just keen to get it back to more the core, sort of the roots, of
Yep.
Grinspoon and get a bit old school. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
The track is sort of, it's the first taste of a new album, whatever, whenever, wherever. And when you were, I suppose, after 12 years, what felt right about this song to be that first? Sorry, about this song to be the first single off the album? Was it because it's kind of a bit of a throwback sound?
Yeah, I just think it was a bit of an old school sound. It's pretty punchy, it's up tempo. We just thought it was the right song to come out with after after a long time not releasing something of any new music. I thought it was the right song to come out with rather than like a slow song or something like that. I just think it just felt right. So yeah.
It would be a power move after that long to just release like a slow ballad or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that could have been interesting. It's like full, just like we're just releasing this because we truly do not give a shit.
Well, I mean, as we've sort of alluded to, it has been a little while, and there's a new album coming, which is super exciting. But I mean, I'm sure you've answered this a million times, but for our listeners, I know they would love to know. What was the point, or where was the point? Was there a specific day or time where everyone came together and went, I think it's time? Like, when was that moment? Because I can imagine, for a long time you were sort of pondering whether you'd ever release new music again.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about it, on and off for quite a long time, but then we never did anything about it.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh, okay, I'll send you a demo. I'd send a demo to Phil, or he'd send a demo and be like, yeah. And then nothing would really ever eventuate. And then I think it was in 2020, early 2020, we were in Adelaide doing a gig, and then we booked some time in a studio after that. And we said, well, let's go into the studio. We'll bang out a few songs. Everyone bring a few songs and we'll record a few. And because we just thought, like, we got to do something. Like, we just got to do something. If we don't get in the studio now, we never will. So, so we got in there and we recorded 4 or 5 songs, and we thought, well, we could release an EP, but then COVID hit straight after that, and so that sort of put paid to that plan. But then in the meantime, we ended up writing all these other songs, and we thought, well, let's do a full album. So yeah. I guess there wasn't one moment where we thought we should do something, but it just sort of built up to the point where it was like, we really should do something. Otherwise,
You got all those good ideas. May as well use them.
Yeah, let's stop talking about it. Let's actually do it.
Yeah.
As well as the new music, you've also just announced an absolutely insane 49-date national tour. I'll let Sam die over there quietly.
Sorry.
You're hitting just about every major town and city across the country. Does it feel like a bit of a throwback to the old days when you just kind of jump in the van and hit like every single pub that you could find that would have you on stage?
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what it is. You just nailed it. Like, it's the old school touring where you just get in the van and you just start driving and you just keep driving, which will be fun for the first week probably. And then we'll be like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm taking a flight. I'll see you. I'll see you in Melbourne. No, it'll be good. It'll be good. We were all excited actually to get back to that, because the last few tours we've done have been more where you fly into a capital city. You might do a few gigs around that capital city, but then you fly to the next capital city. Where this is more of a van tour, a bit more old school. Got the same support band, the Press Club, for the whole tour, and they're unreal. So we're going to have a lot of fun with them. And yeah, it's going to be good. I'm really looking forward to it.
How do you decide between the band who does the driving? Because I can imagine there's a few power moves. Phil might go, well, I'm the singer. I've got to protect my voice so I can't drive. How do you break it up evenly?
Well, it just depends. Like it used to be we had, because there was enough people. We had actually 2 vehicles. So I think we had, what was it called? The Fair Star Fun Ship, and then there was what was the other one? Whatever the other one. The Fair Star Fun Ship was the slow one, and then there was like a Commodore station wagon or something that Chris our drummer drove, that would go like 140, and the Fair Star Fun Ship was like a Tarago or something, or a van that went stopped in at every little town for a coffee break and stuff, and took forever to get anywhere. So I was in that one, by the way. I was too shit scared to be in the other one. But yeah, I think these days, yeah, we'll have to see. We'll just share it around, I guess. But yeah, I think Chris O's mellowed out. He doesn't go 140 anymore, which is probably good.
Well, I mean, of those 49 dates, there is a glaring absentee. And, I mean, I understand if the answer is yes to this question, but does Grinspoon hate Canberra?
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
It's okay. It's a boring city.
I was actually going to mention that when you said before, we're going everywhere in Australia, and I was like, except Canberra. Yeah, Canberra sucks.
It does.
No, I don't know. Like, we did just play there. We played there in January.
So
Having said that, we played in like Brisbane and Perth and Adelaide and stuff just last year, recently as well. So I don't know. It must have been a deal that our agent couldn't get a booking there for some reason. I don't know, but yeah, there's definitely like we're getting a lot of flack from these Canberrans on the Grinspoon fan page and Grinspoon page in general. Just going, there's no Canberra show. What the hell? It's like this nation's capital.
Well, I mean, there was probably only 4 of them giving you shit on the page. And
I can imagine that Albo's screaming for a mosh pit. He wants you down there so he can just kick off.
Dude, Albo is a big rock and roll fan, as we know from his time on stage with I think it's Barnsley and stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He might pull some strings. He might be able to book us a gig.
Yeah. Well, if your management can't book you a gig in probably the one venue that has rock music, then I think we'll put it on Albo.
Grinspoon in the House of Reps, just like sitting there, get the crowd up in the press bleachers.
Yes. Finally, just what they've always been asking for.
After a career that's as long and storied as Grinspoon's, are there any locations on this tour that are completely new to the band?
Yeah, like I looked at some of the gigs and I still don't know where they are, to be honest. Like, it's like, where's the Dag pub?
Yeah, in Dagula. It's west of Brizzy, but
how do you spell Dagula?
There's an apostrophe.
Oh, Dagula.
Yeah,
Dagula. Like, what the hell?
Finding new pockets of Grinspoon fans all over Southeast Queensland.
Yeah, it's in the city of Moreton Bay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, never heard of that place.
I think the van's going to struggle. It's quite windy from what I've seen.
Yep.
Good watering holes, though.
I'm sure it's lovely.
Well, you'll find out shortly.
Yeah, no. So that's kind of like one of the good things is there's a bunch of places there where we haven't been to, and which is that's half the fun of touring this regional sort of stuff, is going to places you've never been to and pubs you've never played in and suburbs, and so it's going to be cool because there's a bunch of places there that we haven't played at. So yeah, that'll be good.
Beauty. Yeah. Look, let's go back to the very beginning of the band. You guys, started out winning Triple J's Unearthed, which for younger listeners wasn't a 24-hour radio station. It was a competition that was run every year to find a new up-and-coming act. There's been a lot of conversation in the industry of late about how the industry is like supporting and fostering new talent and young talent. As a band that came up in the 90s that was in that system, that was playing the pubs, hitting the road in the van and gigging in every place it'll take them. Do you see a difference between what it was back then and what it is now?
Yeah, I think it was like, I think back then it was more of a touring circuit where you could tour, you could play pub after pub after pub and do the sort of tours like that look like what we're doing now, but everyone could do them back then, sort of thing. I see now just it's harder for younger bands to do that kind of a tour. Like those sort of venues just don't, I guess it's just, there's just not they just won't take bands like that, or there's not the audience for it, or whatever it is. I don't really know, but yeah, it seems harder. The live touring circuit definitely seems harder. now, I guess less people, maybe people don't have the money to go out as much as they used to. Maybe there's just not that culture of going to the pub and seeing bands. So yeah, I think bands used to have the opportunity to tour a lot more than what they do now. Yeah, rather than, these days it's more like you'll do festivals and maybe your own shows in between. Then you could do like full pub tours, which, that's how you, I guess, what's the word? Sort of like, that's how you sort of learnt your craft, so to speak. Yeah, on those tours.
Yeah.
Do you think that kind of being able to just hit the road continuously and be just in a new, pull up in a new town and hit the stage, do you think that kind of was the secret to Grinspoon's success and why you've become such a household name as a band?
Yeah, I think to a large degree, like, because we are from a regional town ourselves, of Lismore, touring to other regional towns was just sort of second nature to us. But I think it definitely, like, the amount of regional tours we did to start with definitely sort of paved the way for just that sort of that ground level of support and fan base of just, you've just been to every town in around the place. So people, I think that really built a groundswell for us of our core audience. So yeah.
On a sort of lighter note, before we let you go, that first leg of this mammoth tour, you're in the, what did we call it? The Tarago,
the Fairline,
Fair Star Fun Ship.
Fair Star Fun Ship.
Fair Start.
Fair Star Fun Ship.
The other one was called the Caravan of Courage.
Oh, yeah.
You need to have courage to get in that vehicle and go that fast, yeah.
I think there's a lawsuit with Hamish and Andy coming out soon.
No, we were there first.
Exactly. Well, you should have copyrighted it. You'd make millions. But no, that first leg of the tour, you're in the Fair Start Fun Ship. What song are you going to put on to get the vibes happening?
Definitely the Bronx.
Oy, okay.
The Bronx, yeah.
Good shout.
Yeah.
Excellent shout. Well, Unknown Pretenders is the latest single from Grinspoon, and it's out now, so listen in wherever you get your music. Their 8th studio album, Whatever, Whenever, Wherever, is set to drop on August 9th, so mark your calendars now. Finally, catch the band basically everywhere except the nation's capital, with a huge run of dates between September and December with Press Club on supports. Head to grinspoon.com.au for more information for the show nearest you. Joe, thanks so much for taking the time out and having a chat to us today.
Thanks, guys. It's been fun. Appreciate it.